This is me, in the middle of the Florida forest, trying to build a survival shelter. And this is my lifelong best friend, Jonah. Now, me and Jonah grew up together and we watched all sorts of survival shows, from Bear Grylls' Man vs. Wild to Survivor Man and Dual Survival. But we never really got to experience or try out any of those survival skills. So I gave Jonah a call.
Hey Jonah, do you want to use those survival skills that we learned all those years ago? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's so like fun.
Which brings us here, to the middle of the Florida forest, setting up camp. And yes, we are doing a survival challenge, but Jonah's only here for so long, so we want to enjoy his time here, so we're going to actually be camping. But in the meantime, we are going to do 3 survival challenges. The first challenge is going to be to build a usable survival shelter. We're only giving ourselves 2 hours to do so and see what we can come up with. Challenge number 2 is to create fire the primitive way with a bow and drill technique. More about that later. And challenge number 3 is to forage for food. Now our goal here is to mainly find mushrooms and berries and hopefully not find anything toxic. We're gonna cook them up and eat them, which I think mushrooms are delicious, so we'll see how this goes. Besides that, I guess the only thing to do is start our challenge.
How hard could it be?
So we found this dead tree and we decided to use it. So Jonah pushed it over.
Timber!
Yeah, so let's do that one. And we can make like a little room over there. Okay. Then we contemplated where we were gonna put it, considering that we had to carry this 200-pound log. Yeah. So we're thinking we're gonna put it right here. And that side or this side we'll cover with the canopy to make our lean-to, so we gotta get it up there. And then Jonah climbed the tree like a monkey to put the camera up there. Oh. And I did this, which was a great way to start the trip. Oh! Up next, it's time for a little time lapse. Now we're actually putting some sticks across. We're gonna put some palm fronds on top of that, and then we're gonna put some pine needles on top of that.
Hello, welcome to my wonderful abode. Right here, we have a wall.
And that's about it. I did happen to get all these really cool drone shots though, that I'm really proud of. I'm not very good with a drone, but this thing looks pretty cool. We got all the sides covered. It would pretty much protect you from any animals from seeing you, not really from scent. And the crazy thing is, actually right here, the drone almost killed me. It almost took my head off, but it was still flying, so I managed to get one last drone shot. But as for this challenge, I think we had it in the bag. All right, as fun as that was, I am starving, so let's go eat.
Wow! These are yummy. I really like these. What are these? They're called mountain owls. I want mountain owls. These are good. They're nice. These are really good. I like them so much.
All right, now that we were nice and full, it was time for challenge 2, building fire the primitive way. We were going to be using a bow and drill for this one, if you remember. Now this one proved to be a lot more complicated than we thought, and I give props to all the survival experts who do so. The goal here is to find a bow-shaped stick and to put a string on it. You use the string to wrap around the drill stick, which you see in this video, and then you put pressure on top of the stick, on top of a log, and you use the bow to spin the stick to create heat, to create an ember. Yeah, once you get the technique down, it's pretty simple, but we've never done this before in our lives, and we could not figure out the technique. Oh, it's smoking.
Oh, I took it off.
We tried and tried, and it just wasn't working for us. We even tried a longer bow, but that proved to be just as difficult. Number one, it was too long, it kept hitting the ground, and it was harder to keep stable. All right, let's get it back in. But we kept pushing through. We saw a lot of smoke, but it seemed like every single time we would get a decent sized ember to develop, there would be a large gust of wind and it would go out, or the drill would slip and we would lose all the friction that we just created. So, failure. We just couldn't get it. Could not get it. I think for this challenge, for the time frame that we want to use, it's failure. Sun's getting ready to go down. We got to get our actual fire pit going, but on the bright side, sometimes in survival you find lighters at the grocery store, so we're gonna go light a fire. Now after that depressing failure, we needed something to cheer us up. So after sitting around the campfire for a bit, I remembered that I brought my night vision camera, which I did not know I had. It was just randomly in my storage stuff. So yeah, who knows? Go dig through your stuff. You might have a night vision camera. We messed around. Yoink.
That's for sure. Hi.
You gotta get the stamp. Made the neighbors afraid, and yeah, it made us feel a lot better after the defeat of not making a fire.
That scared me.
With challenge number 2 being a complete failure, it was time for challenge number 3, finding mushrooms. It's the next day. Time to go see if we can find some food. Our goal today is to find some mushrooms and some berries if we can. It was a nice moist night, so hopefully some stuff grew up overnight. We're not gonna cook any of the stuff we find. We just wanna see if we can find enough that we would be able to eat them and survive. So let's go see what we can find. Now, despite my visible enthusiasm and totally not exhaustedness, this turned out to not be very good at all. This was an even worse failure than trying to make fire with a bow and drill. The reason? There was absolutely no mushrooms in the forest. Last time we were out here, they were all over the place, so we assumed we would have some good luck. But we were wrong. All that being said, these couple little challenges that me and Jonah tried on our own make me have a whole new respect for all those guys that film those survival TV shows and actually make it out alive. Because me and Jonah, we would die. This is my first time ever making a video like this, and if you guys enjoyed it, let me know in the comments by typing "you suck," and let's just see how all the other people respond to that. All the people that didn't make it this far. Either way, I had fun making this episode. Thank you guys for watching to the end. Make sure to subscribe, give this episode a like, and watch me trip one more time. Oh. Whoa. Okay, that'll work. Oh.